This game has flashing lights, by the way. Also spoilers.
Hi, welcome back to Distance. My name is...
Hey, have you ever dreamed?
I'm sure we can all agree that dreams are pretty cool. But have you ever thought to yourself, damn, I wonder if all my dreams ending up with abandonment relates to my inability to talk to my parents? I'm sorry, I wonder what the music of my dreams would sound like. The answer to this question, of course, being Yume Nikki is a game where you explore the dreams of Madatsuki, a hikikomori too scared to leave their own house, yet is perfectly fine with this? For some... I don't know! While exploring Madatsuki's dreams, you'll hear a lot of different styles of music, from music all the way to not music. In my opinion, asterisk, the soundtrack of Yume Nikki does a great job of emphasizing the dreamy quality of the worlds you explore. I will now shock the world in revealing that this video is divided into several parts. What makes a dream? There are several different ways to make a song sound like a dream, and yes, nonsense is one of them.
Get out of my dream.
But in my opinion, asterisk, the most important factor in dreambience is emptiness, which I'm sure is relatable to the majority of you. I'm gonna use the forest area as my example. There's nothing there, mate. There's nothing. Where's the music, mate? The lack of detail makes this track feel almost uncanny, in my opinion, asterisk. Less like music and more like a place. That's pretty cool, but there's another thing happening here. The track is relatively short compared to the average Earthbound-inspired RPG game with a sans theory. Because of this, repetition legitimizes. This leads to the second important factor in dreambience, which I'm gonna call staying in the same place and not really going anywhere, just kinda have the music stay where it is, so that over time, I'm gonna use the teleport maze as my example. The music of the teleport maze isn't exactly empty. Hell, it even has a beat to it that goes pretty damn hard. But it also goes nowhere, which I'm sure is relatable to the majority of you.
Touch grass.
Let's find out the fucking bite.
Yeah! The beat, in my opinion, asterisk, starts to feel less and less real the more it repeats, eventually just kind of becoming ambient over time. Oh, also I have the gameplay muted because the teleporters also make a noise. Here's what the gameplay sounds like. Hey, do you remember the thing, the nonsense factor?
Get out of my dream.
Because the average dream makes so much sense, logic is a major factor when it comes to the dreaminess of a track. And of course, by logic, I mean the lack of it. I'm gonna use the graffiti area as my example. I'm gonna use the white desert area as my... I'm gonna use my tears. I'm gonna use the mall area as my example. The point is that it's all nonsense. The mall area is actually a perfect example of nonsense within a single track because it's literally just bit-crushed mall noises. My reaction to this track when I played this on stream, dude. Wait, do I get taken to different places? Of course, nonsensical stupidity can, in my opinion, asterisk, help emphasize the dreaminess of a track. Nonsense equal fever dream. Savannah Moss has taught me
Get
well.
out of my dream.
Different dreams are different. Not all dreams are all hocus pocus. Some dreams are actually pretty nice. I like that one. While some dreams are scary for some reason. Thanks, brain. That's two references no one will understand. While knowing what makes a dream is useful knowledge if you want to start delving into the world of dreambience, it's also important to know what you're dreaming about.
You're dreaming about normal stuff, right?
One of the biggest factors that can have an impact on what the dreambience might sound like is the general mood of the dream. In other words, is it a happy dream, or does it make you want to shit yourself? Violently. Looks cool though. but I absolutely hate it. I'm gonna use the snow world as my example. Wait, no, that's the wrong song from the wrong game. The snow world is pretty cool, cold, chill, and frigid. The music of the snow world isn't exactly cold, but it's quite calming, just like the world it actually plays in. In my opinion, Asterisk, it would be weird if the music of this world was some dark, foreboding, droning ambience that drills into your head. You know, like the wilderness. It makes sense to have happy song with happy place. While the good old duo of happy and sad can make some interesting dream music, last I checked, those weren't the only two emotions that existed. I mean, I haven't seen Inside Out yet, but there's like at least 5 emotions.
And of course, one of the most important emotions for dream music is being scared.
I'm gonna use the guillotine world as my example. The guillotine world is pretty terrifying. I mean, it even has 2 toy ninja, the only quote-unquote enemy in the game that chase you right from the start. And it's the reason why I only have 20 seconds of footage of this world. You've seen the entire thing. My dad's asleep right now, so I'm not gonna be too loud. Haha. Of course, such a terrifying dream calls for some terrifying music, and yeah. The music of this world definitely fits the vibes happening here.
Honestly, in my opinion, Asterisk, the track does its job so well it could almost be used for like a little jump scare or something. This is the part where you act surprised.
I should probably explain what the Uboa event is so that the next bit makes sense. Okay, so there's a sea called the Pink Sea, and in the Pink Sea is a house, and in the house is a girl named Ponoko, and in the girl's a secret character, and also you can turn the light off in this room. Something 1 in 64 chance when entering the room that turning the light off does this. Congratulations, you now know who Uboa is. Now I can continue yapping. This leads to another important factor that can have an impact on what the music of a dream sounds like, which I'm gonna call the things that are in the dreams. And sometimes those things do some things and things happen. In the case of Uboa, the thing that's in the dream is Uboa. Shocking, I know. I don't really think it'd make sense if the Uboa jump scare was accompanied with xylophones and cowbells. Actually, I don't know, maybe Uboa has a xylophone and wants to play it for you. I've never met the guy. Point is, the music of a dream should reflect what's actually in the dream, whether that's something that happens or just something related to the environment. I'm gonna use the Famicom world as my example. The Famicom world is a Famicom world. I don't know what a Famicom is. While the rest of the game uses long droning pads and many unfamiliar sounds, the Famicom world uses a lot of chiptune aesthetics. Hell, it even has the only full-length track in the entire game, being around 2 minutes in length, that is only heard in like 2 screens and then you never hear it again. Why? Although the music in the Famicom worlds aren't exactly the dreamiest, they are very immersive. If any dreamy pads or weird instruments were used, it might sound more dreamy, but then it wouldn't be the Famicom world, and I still wouldn't know what a Famicom is. I've made a dream for you. In the process of making this video, I've decided it'd be fun to make a Dreambiance track of my own specifically for it. There's one problem though, I don't exactly know what the location is or what it would look like. Instead of coming up with one myself, I actually think this would make for a good experiment. Interpretation is one of those factors that can change what the Dreambiance can sound like. After all, none of us dream the same things. So, you! Dear viewer that I don't know probably, I want you to write a comment on what dream my track belongs to. The more detail the better. The top comment suggestion after a week or so will be chosen as the world of this track, and I might even make some abstract art of it if I feel like it. Try to include the name of the world and some distinct features it might have. With that said, I'm going to end this video with the dream I made for you. Thanks for watching. Asterisk. Anything following this phrase is not to be taken as fact. If anyone in the comments says my opinions are wrong, direct them to this message. Opinions will be had, they are not yours.